I've got a b to the fourth c to the fourth times 3a to the fourth c to the second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my whole numbers out to the front. And then I want to group all the a's together. So I've got a to the first. I'm going to go ahead and put a 1 there, even though they didn't, just so I can keep track of it. And then I've got a to the fourth. And I've got b to the fourth. And no b's over here. And now I've got c to the fourth and c to the second. So that would give me 3a to the 1 plus 4, b to the 4, c to the 4 plus 2. So 3a to the 5th, b to the 4th, c to the 6th. Okay, let's look down at number 4 now, okay? On 4, let's kind of simplify where we can first. I've got x to the squared, or x to the second. Okay, y to the 0. Now, what did we say anything to the 0th power is?
1.
Just 1. So, x to the second times 1 times 3 to the, well, what's going to happen when I drop my parentheses? That 3 is going to distribute. So 3 to the third, x to the 3 times 3. So what's 1 times anything? Okay. So if I multiply 1 times 3 to the third, would I get 1? Okay, I get whatever 3 to the third is times 1. So 3 to the third, 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27, okay? And 27 times 1 is 27. Then I've got x to the second. And I've got x to the 3 times 3, which would be x to the 9th. Now, how do I combine these two x's? It would be 27x to the 2 plus 9, which would be 27x to the, 27x to the 11th. Okay? Okay, skip down to number 9. Okay, here we've got 2b raised to the third, so that'd be 2 to the third b to the third times 2b to the third. Okay, so 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. Times another 2, b to the third times b to the third. Okay, what's 8 times 2?
16.
Okay. And b to the third times b to the third would be b to the third
To the 6.
plus minus multiplied divided. 3 plus 3, yeah. So that would be 16b to the 6. Okay. How about number 15? This is one where we've got some fractions mixed in. Okay? So here, I've got 2x times x to the 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6, right? Over x to the third. Okay? That gives us 2. Now, this is x to the first times x to the 6, so that'd be x to the 1 plus 6 over x to the third, or 2x to the 7th over x to the third. But since this x to the third is on the bottom, that means I'm going to subtract it, right? So 2x to the 7 minus 3, or 2x to the 4th. Okay, any questions about what I did there? I'll be honest, if it were me and I were doing this, I would have gone ahead at this point and I would have said x to the 1 plus 6 is 7, so I'd write 2x to the 1 plus 6 minus 3 here because of this negative, and do it all in one operation. That would have sped things up a little bit. All right, and let's look at number 23. Okay, 23's got a lot of stuff going on. Whole bunch of stuff. Okay, on 23, let's gather up our 2's. So I've got 2 to the first, and I've got 2 to the first, and I don't see any other 2's. I'm going to cross those out as I write them down. Okay, m's. Well, I've got m to the 4th on top, and then n's, I've got n to the 4th minus 1, because of this n to the negative 1, p to the 3 minus 3, over m to the 4 times negative 2, n to the 4 times negative 2, p to the negative, or 3 times negative 2. So that gives us 4 m to the 4th, n to the 3rd, p to the 0, over m to the 4th, or negative 4th. Sorry, 4 times negative 2 would be negative 8, n to the negative 8, p to the 3 times negative 2, so p to the negative 6.
Would you not just take out that term p? Since, I guess, my fault, OG.
Oh, 3 minus 3, this p to the 0, is that what you're talking about taking out?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could. It'd be 1, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
But watch what happens if I deal with this stuff on the bottom here. All of these are negative. So to move them up to the top, I'm going to say 4m to the 4 plus 8, n to the 3 plus 8. And since I left that p to the 0 in there, which we know is 1, I'm going to show, well, I'm going to take that negative 6 and add it to the p to the 0. So p to the 0 plus 6. Okay? Well, that gives me 4m to the 12th, n to the 11th, p to the 6th. Now, if I'd just written 1 here, I'd still need to move that p to the top, so it'd be 1 times p to the 6th, which would be p to the 6th. So I would have ended up with the same simplified value. It would have just been a little different way of getting there, but I'd still have the same outcome. Okay? Does that make sense, Hayden? All right, well, I'm going to let you guys get to work from here. I've picked out several, including a couple of pretty tough ones. But I want you guys to see what you can do. Yeah, okay? So I'm going to let you get started. If you have any